Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Autodesk Construction Cloud Series. Today, we're looking at Bridge within ACC. Bridge allows you to connect two separate ACC projects, even across different accounts or different hubs, making it easy to share and collaborate files securely. You can set up shared workflows, where approved files are pushed to a secondary ACC, reviewed by external teams, and then sent back with updates. It's ideal for working with contractors, consultants, or clients while maintaining control of your own project environment. Firstly, we can navigate to our folder structure and we can select to share. From here, I'm going to select another project and I'm going to say automatically sync updates to the target project. I'm going to call this the test project. And I'm going to sync it to my test project there. From here, I'm going to select it in and say from ACC training. I can add a message if I want, and then I can hit share. From here, every file that I upload to this folder, it will now be synced to my secondary hub. Let's see how this works in practice. Here I have some issue for tender approved drawings. I'm going to copy these into my external submissions folder to test project and hit copy. From there, I can go up and check my to test project and see the files are starting to load in here. If I go over to my test project, I can refresh this page here and we can see the files have been copied across. Here we can see all files of version 1, and so if I do this again, we can see version 2 is applied on ACC training project, and we can see version 2 start to be applied in our test project. If I open up my test project, I can see the files have been received. From here, I might push the files through a review process. From here, I'll start the review. I'm going to go through and look at the drawings that I've received. If for some reason we find a discrepancy, we can make some comments. We'll publish the comments so they're visible. Close, and that drawing is rejected. The next one, that looks okay. So just for argument's sake, I'm going to approve the next couple. From here, I'm going to submit my review as done. Hit submit. From here, we can see that there's a markup in the first file, and we can see that the status has been rejected on the first drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one here to the rejected folder. I'm going to grab these ones here and I'm going to move those to the approved folder. So there we have 3 approved drawings. Here we have 1 rejected drawing. If I change back over to my ACC training docs folder, I can see that I received files from my test project to ACC, approved. I have the 3 approved files and the 1 rejected. So I'd go through a workflow and I would get that one approved and I would resubmit. Let's assume that we're working on a joint venture here and I have a road consultant doing the road design and I have a rail consultant doing the rail work. So same thing, we need to bridge the data between the 2 projects. Every time there's an update to the road model, I want to be able to see that in my rail model so I can get live updates when they happen. Let's start by saying share, another project, automatically sync, include all subfiles. rail model share. Let's select the target folder, which is in my ACC training docs. Let's send it into my rail model. Select. There, I'm going to hit share. Every time there's an update to that rail model, I'm going to start to see it within my other project. Now that's done, I want to share the road model back with this one. So again, we're just going to go to share, another project, automatically sync. Share. This is done. Every time the bridge road file has been updated, it'll get automatically syncs. It'll automatically sync into my test project. So this is great. So if I was working in Civil 3D, I could have the road model open, and every time someone updated the rail model, I would get a notification in Civil 3D, and it would tell me that the model has been updated. So it's live updates across two separate common data environments. The fun doesn't stop there. We can also share architectural models for Revit with the structural modeling team as well. So we can sync between the two common data environments and have live syncing going on and live model sharing. So you can bring the Revit files into your model to compare the architectural and the structural model, and it'll give you live updates within Revit. So it's pretty fantastic. Lastly, I want to talk about content catalog. We get a lot of questions about this and wondering how we can use it and how you can roll it out on multiple projects. One way that can be used is if we have it stored in one ACC project, we can have different standards, we can have different templates to be rolled out in AutoCAD or Revit, or standard XREFs or RVT families, whatever it might be. We can then set up the link between the content catalog project and any other project you might be working on, so you can get live updates from the master copies. It stops you from editing and breaking the master source file, but it also gives you direct access to them on multiple projects. All you need to do is set up the sync at the start of each project and you're ready to go. The benefit of loading in a content catalog like this is even if someone accidentally deletes a file within their project, the master copy in the content catalog is not upset. It's not deleted, it's not lost. You can simply copy it back across, create a new version of it, and it'll be copied straight through. This is great if there's too much information in the content catalog and the project admin wants to remove some information that might not be relevant to that project.